Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Let's go. Quick. Single. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Moss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Using his legs to buy some time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Texas A&M going up tempo. Toss to the outside. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return?
Down at the 26, and the South Carolina offense will take over. First and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Snags it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's first and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. Makes the catch, it's Bennett. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Back to pass. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it on the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. They want to throw it. It's complete to the right. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. With jet sweep pass. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
To the air on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Sellers. Got it in the middle, it's Bennett.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
And the Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, we live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. And to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like last...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Bennett. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've got this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Going for it all. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The Aggies will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the back. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
To the air, it's Reed. Snagged in the middle. It's Bussy. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first.
South Carolina, 13. Texas A&M, 8.
First play of the period, first down here. Running back searching for a hole. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They're dealing with a second and long. Little touch pass to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. Slings it downfield. Got his man to the left. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. On the run, it's Moss. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. They'll go to the toss. Bernie on the Jets. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Leading by 1. They'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. The designed run for the quarterback. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to throw, it's Sellers. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll pull it down and turning it on. Wide open spaces. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play. The Gamecocks in the hurry up.
How great is it on offense when you don't just have receivers and running backs that can make plays, but your quarterback can hurt the defense throwing it.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun to give to the back.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on third. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Reed. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game play. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Moves around to clear up the vision. Blasted as he lets it go. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Texas A&M going quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knocked him down for a loss.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football, and creating a negative play.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this full vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
that it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the ground, it's Moss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Trying to run, it's Moss. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get the edge on the left. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggie.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Reed. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Heaves it on the run. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
First and 10.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Reed. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds in the 23.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground. Don't take too many of those big shots.
Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Try to get it to the edge. Nice move to pick up yardage. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Daniels. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Second down coming up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that save precious seconds. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming.
Texas A&M, 22.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Texas A&M going up tempo. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. And that play fake created just a split second to let the tight end get downfield.
Did you see how that play fake just froze the second level of the defense just for a split second, Reese, and that allowed the tight end to get vertical?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle, it's Daniels. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Leaves it with the running back. They stripped it out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control. favorites in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Dances away to buy time. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. If that's setting the tone, then the tone is screeching nasty fingernails on the biggest chalkboard in the world.
And I like it. You're throwing on the first play in the game, right? You're trying to be aggressive. You're trying to send a message to the defense that you're going to take shots and you're going to push the football down the field. But come on, man. I mean, you've practiced the opening play for this game all week long. You've executed it in practice. Didn't look like that this week.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to get the corner. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
What a disappointment. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver.
Going up top. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. The give on the inside. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. The give to the left side. Shakes off the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll take it himself. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is easy.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. You know, Jesse, they threw that to him in double coverage, and I like that sometimes because you can't let the defense just dictate what you're going to do.
No, they're going to make sure he gets his race, no doubt about it. They're going to force it over to him, hoping that he can make a play, and knowing that he can. But as a defense, you got to be careful doubling him because that means somebody else is wide open.
On the move, it's Moss. He breaks a tackle. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Bussey. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And him.
matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Why not double the try total and go for 2?
Here we go. Ready?
Quarterback keeper. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapting. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make...
Makes the catch at the 20. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. You saw it right there.
Oh, he's got some space. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. He's got it on the move. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Rushes on him. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Quickly to the tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And now on second down for this offense. He wants to throw it again. Quick completion on the out route. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Throws it back. Makes one man miss. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. LSU quick to the line. Quarterback may change this route. On on fourth down. They'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Aggies are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for space. It's Moss. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, a double pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Hill. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On the ground, it's Moss. Jukes his way for more. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Red pass, it's complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Pass is broken up. It's incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got it behind the line. It's Moss. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. foot to leather to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Shoot, quick toss to the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is.
It's a running room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LSU! The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Moss. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The run from the shotgun. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Looking left. He's got an open man. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
From the gun. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. get another possession with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things.
Let's go, right. Black 14.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
They'll keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty.
Okay, ready?
To throw, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in, it's Green. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Man,
That's in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. RPO complete to open the drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Holds and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easy. Long yardage situations.
The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They send the tight end in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Green. Buying some time. And the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage, so that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pumps it downfield. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Going up top again. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's going for it all. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Off and running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. Fourth and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a crease. It's Washington. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Green. Looking to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Stands in and takes the hit. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with it...
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play.
All right, let's get it. Right.
To the air, it's Green. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
The Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Washington. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, Arkansas 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Russell. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC and it had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones, both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps. Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Looking to throw, it's Green. Caught over the middle, it's Blake. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They'll run it. It's Russell gliding off the defender. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on 3rd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
We're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On the direct snap, it's Haynes. Using his feet to buy time. Jukes his way for more. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting him out flanked with the Wildcat. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap, it's Haynes. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Haynes. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Oh, a lot of space. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're scrambling to get to the line quickly for this big 4th down attempt. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. To the air. It's Klubnik. Time to take a shot. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He wants it all. Touchdown, Clemson! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Green. Grabbed in the middle, it's Washington. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere, it's a turnover.
How about this defense? Great job by the defense, forcing the turnover. You already got a lead. Now you get the ball right back to your offense right before the half. Big-time momentum swing.
Tosses it back. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He might want another play. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, they're after him. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Green. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
The Razorbacks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. Looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Denson. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up in easy position to get a score.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And it's no good, and they miss an opportunity to tie. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. back. It's Denson. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Fires to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion. What do? You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Pulls it in. It's Moore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Clemson jumps to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. It's complete on the right side. Gets away from one, finds room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Send that offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Let's go. Break. Double, double. Set.
Quick release by the QB. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. Off the RPO, complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You know, that's one as a first down. You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Trying to do it on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Razorbacks want to move quickly.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute.
It's a seam wide open. Knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. The big run's going to make it first and goal.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Trying to barge their way in. He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead.
That is the score. Clemson 21, Arkansas 19.
They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the third. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too.
He's loose. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So, it's so tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Slithers into space. Turning on the Jets. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 28, Arkansas 19.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Green. On the move to his left. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Clemson is quick to the line.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack, but no...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Working the middle, it's complete. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. The pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the 1st down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly, but listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the big fella. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Clemson jumps to the line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they
just steamrolling the defense. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They just keep firing. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Give to the running back.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Green. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. Escapes the sack. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 7. The sneak scores it.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. On the option. He'll toss it. He gets the 2-point conversion, and we've got a ball game. They're down by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. This looks like the regular kickoff unit coming onto the field, and I would think with just a timeout left at this juncture, you got to send the hands guys out and try to get an onside kick. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Turning it on. Wide open spaces. At the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Clemson 40, Arkansas 27.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Arkansas offense will take over first and 10.
For this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires left. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with a now.
Wants to throw. It's Green. Bringing the heat. And he's going to go down at the 1. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll try to get outside. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Razorbacks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt.
look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Glad to have you with us from Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Eagles in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Ready to kick it off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Alabama Crimson Tide will take over. 1st and 10.
Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bernard. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Nobody around as he makes the catch. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
Wants to throw again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He makes the grab, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama!
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Kansas State quick to the line. They'll give it to him again. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. RPO. It's complete. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts off. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Thrust that arm out. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Looking to fire. Shows him the stiff arm. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown time.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the two-pointer is no good. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off-play action on first down. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that now, this guy's second sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's the end of the first one. Score now, 13, Kansas City, 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air, it's Simpson. Lets it fly. He's open on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Keeps looking downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a big gain. Touchdown, Alabama! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
The quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Back to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They want to get the ball right back here in the 1st half. They've got the lead going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, we're only in the 1st half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this 1st half, and it's not just one guy.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. You're not not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He's looking to throw. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
That keeps the score Alabama 19, Kansas State 6.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Quickly complete. They finally get to him. The one play there to pick up the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to take off. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run, because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Kansas State pushing the pace. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Caught behind the line. It's Edwards. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run the toss. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a two-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. He gets it in there for the 2, and now they've chopped that lead down to 11. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Back to pass, it's Russell. Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
One step coming before they head to the locker room. They'll go to work in the air on second down. On the move, he fires. It's complete. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The second half, Alabama will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Oakley. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Johnson wants to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air on first down. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. sticks on second down. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Gets the back moving. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. With the catch, it's Edwards. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Wildcats. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Johnson looking to throw. Quick strike complete. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion but was denied. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it down the left side. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position for me.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Dances away. On the run, deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throwing on the run. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Bama! They went for it torching everybody in sight.
So find something different, right? Like double team him, do whatever it takes to not let that guy beat you. He's just consistently being the one that's destroying you. You gotta find a way to make somebody else work, make somebody else beat you.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Shows him the stiff arm. It's a running room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position, and the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls it and fires to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Johnson wants to throw it. And they can't make the connection. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Kansas stay quick to the line. They're going to run it. Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside the spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To throw, it's Russell. Got a man, it's Miller. Got room at the 35. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic.
Fires one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
The snap sets up the throw. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Shoot, quick toss to the right.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, Alabama 38, Kansas State 26.
They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Let's go. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
A quick pass to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Kansas State pushing the pace.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes 1 play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Pressure coming. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. The defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the 4th quarter.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots. And a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Here comes the heat. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell. But good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They want to throw it. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the touchdown, Alabama. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making